Good afternoon to everyone. Welcome here to Pandesal Forum here at 83-year-old Kamuning Bakery Cafe. We are very fortunate. First of all, advance Merry Christmas to everyone. We are very fortunate to have with us one of the most outstanding and famous leaders in the Philippines, along with other leaders here. Mamaya ko properly introduce everyone. Of course, Senator Imee Marcos, because she has a very interesting book and yummy book now. And I will introduce everyone siguro starting. And then beside me is our very hardworking, I think one of the most intelligent mayors in the entire Philippines and workaholic, Mayor Joy Belmonte of Quezon City. Ang tatay niya at saka siya, suki na nito noong pa. Baka di pa pinanganak si... Yes. Tapos, yes, just a walking distance lang. And then, beside me is Mr. Michael Tan, Vice President of the FFCCCII, Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Mr. Michael Tan. We have another Vice President, and we have another chair here, Mr. Joey Go, please. Mr. Joey Go, Vice President of the Federation of Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Inc. By the way, it's his birthday, pang pumunta pa dito, birthday niya. Inulo ko siya. Birthday. And then, ba't wala dito si Congressman? Ayun, wala upuan. Hala, sana may upuan. Hala, sorry. Congressman, please stand up. Pasig, you have to come here. You have to come here. Pwedeng bigyan natin ng upuan si... Yes, there's a break. Pasig, Congressman Romulo. Yes, one of the best legislators in the country. And beside the senator naman is the famous Chef Reggie Aspiras. Columnist also of Philippine Daily Inquirer. And youngest child of the very respected former Tourism Minister Jose Aspiras, who was a great journalist before becoming a great tourism minister. I think under her father and under your dad, we first time hit 1 million tourists. I remember as a kid memorizing. And then of course beside Chef Reggie, hindi to according to age or rank as according to geography na lang. We have also Department of Trade and Industry Secretary, former University of the Philippines President, Pascual. Yeah. Thank you for joining. And baka na-miss out ko ibang VIP, sorry kasi a little bit last minute preparation. We are here to celebrate not only Christmas, but a very unique and interesting book with Senator Imee will talk. Yes. yes. But before we invite the author and the famous senator to speak, we'd like to invite muna our mayor, Quezon City, since we are in the largest city in the country, the biggest population. Yes, we'd like to request our outstanding and beloved Mayor Joy Belmonte to give the welcome remarks today.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Isang pagpupugay po sa ating pong panahon panggalala, ating pong minamahal na Senator Imee Marcos, na ngayon ko lang nalaman ay isa palang chef. Kaya natutuwa naman po ako kasi Ilocano rin po kami. Ang pamilya ko po ay Ilocano on both sides. Well, my grandparents and both sides. No? And then I would also like to greet ito anak ng Praile po, kaya kunwari tisoy kayo, anak sa labas. Tapos binabati ko po si Ma'am Reggie Aspiras. Thank you, Ma'am. Kaibigan naman po ng aking mga kapatid. Nandito po si Secretary Pascual. Sir, good afternoon. Si Congressman Romulo, syempre si Wilson, at si Mr. Michael Tan, at lahat po ng mga members ng Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce. So I would just like to welcome all of you to Quezon City, and of course, the famous Kamuning Bakery is one of the marks of our city. Heritage site na po ito, more than 100 years old na po ang Kamuning Bakery. So tamang-tama po talaga that we hold this momentous occasion, the book signing here in the Kamuning Bakery. So hindi na ako magpapakatagal, kailangan po ng cook namin ito, hindi siya masyadong magaling, at ngayong gabi, sasabihin ko sa kanya, kailangan lahat ng kakainin namin ngayong Christmas holidays manggaling po sa inyong akla. Marami pong salamat. Welcome everybody to Quezon City. Marami po salamat.
Next, of course, we'd like to invite Senator Imee Marcos. Senator Imee, would you like the chef muna or you? Maybe the chef muna, bago kayo? Yes. Si Chef Reggie Aspiras muna to say something about the book before our author. Anything about the book and about Senator Imee. Of course, the very distinguished Chef Reggie Aspiras.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. It's a privilege to be here. I've been wanting to write about the Kamuning Bakery for so long, but for some strange reason, hindi niya ako masyadong pinapansin. So ngayon baka maimbita na niya ako.
Next week pa
So it's a pleasure to be here, and it is with great pride that we present to you, according to the Senator Laya, the best cookbook for the season, and it's called PinakBest. PinakBest is a compilation of our recipes. Basically, not really mine. I have notes, I have some tips, and I added some of mine, but they're mostly the life of the Marcos family through food. It's the senator's way of expressing herself through eating and through cooking. So, the book is 10 years in the making, over 10 years. And for those who don't know, the senator is stringent, ha? Nung una niyang binigay sa akin yung recipes niya, nakasulat kamay. That was 10 years ago.
Wow.
Serious pa siya noon, 10 years ago.
10 years.
Ngayon, we just put the book, maybe it was not meant at that time, but now, 13, 14 years hence, it's time, and PinakBest is out. So that is what the book is about. It's a lot of things. It's a celebration of the senator's life through food. It is the celebration also of the friendship that our fathers shared. So for all of you who don't know, growing up, our house in Agoo, La Union was the pit stop of the Marcos family on their way to Ilocos. So they would always stop by, and that was where my mother used to cook for them. We always had what we called a feast, but our feast was simple. And you know what food is? Good food is simply the best ingredients. So we had dinindin, pinakbet for the president, and it was all basically from vegetables that were picked off, newly harvested lang. Yung mga baboy, bagong katay, yung mga isda, bagong huli. It was by all means a feast, but nothing extravagant. PinakBest is about that time, and more. So, before I go on and on, I think I have to present the senator to you. By the way, for all of you who don't know or who don't even want to believe, the senator is in fact a very, very good cook. She can cook with her eyes, she can cook by smelling, and she has a very good palate. So, maybe you should cook for them.
You should do that in a video din Senator
So, the senator and now worthy to wear her own book, and now book author, Senator Imee Marcos.
Thank you very much. Yeah, at the risk of sounding like a mutual admiration society, I have the good news to announce that Reggie Aspiras, our very own chef, just won the Gourmand World Cookbook Award.
Wow! Congratulations!
These are really the Oscars for cookbooks throughout the world. And she actually won for a recent book. So we're in good company. We're legit. This is notes from the kitchen too. That's Reggie's award-winning book. So
I wanted to buy one cookbook, but here comes another one. So there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us this rainy and very traffic-laden afternoon. I'm delighted to be here. I don't know why I embarked on a cookbook at a time when food prices are horrific. Certainly the 500 peso Noche Buena is not real, but it's more like 500 pesos per kilo of onions. But that being said, we dare to dream. And among them are, of course, all these recipes that we grew up eating together with Reggie from the great Ilocano tradition that I think my father more or less ruined. My dad gave Ilocano food a very bad name. But truth to tell, it is a unique regional cuisine and deserving of attention, like Bicol, like Kapampangan, like Bisaya food. So this regional outpouring of talent in the kitchen should be recognized. I think I started getting interested in food because I was always punished in the kitchen. I think I was a very rebellious child and a very curious child, never satisfied with anybody's answers. Is that Alex?
Ambassador Francis Chua.
Oh, it's yes. Francis, you made it.
Honorary President of
Hi, Francis,
FFCCCII.
Thank you.
Also Chairman of the Bank of Commerce.
Hi, Francis.
Also Honorary President ng Philippine Chamber of Commerce also, industry.
So I'm delighted to meet everyone who's here. We have, of course, Mayor Joy, properly called Belmonte, I believe. And we also have Wilson, of course. Henry's not here yet, but Frank Chua made it. And Michael Tan's here, and Vice President Joey Go. And of course, we're already talking business with Congressman Romulo, and the Secretary of DTI is here, Apo Pascual, and Eugene Asis of the Entertainment Writers. This is not really meant to be entertainment, but let it be. Yes, so I was saying that in fact I think I ended up being punished in the kitchen more or less every day until it became a sanctuary and a really joyful place to be. So the punishment turned into entertainment, in fact, because it was far more exciting to listen to our Becky cooks love teleserye and my aunts fighting away and all the last minute transactions, because my father had a terrible habit of calling my mom at the very last minute for an SOS. He'd say that there were guests coming, and my mom said, well, I suppose that's TOS, meaning tira on silver. She got very adept at it, as with other things political, and that's the story of our being in the kitchen. In the end, I had this weird notion that politics was catering, that in fact, you were going to win the election based on how many and how good the food packs were. So I don't think that was entirely accurate, but it sure felt like it on many, many days, on many, many occasions. And this obsession with food, of course, turned into public policy when my father became president with the Green Revolution, Masagana 99 and the Rice Program, the Kadiwa stores, the Nutriban Nutrition Project, and so on and so forth. My mother, of course, was a big part of it. So I'm delighted to share this with you. It's, I think, roughly a half Ilocano. Simply because that was the overwhelming way we ate. As a general rule, it was very meager and rather austere and quite vegetarian. But on occasion, we'd break out and celebrate with my mother. My mother would add all the contraband and illegal sausages and hams and steaks and all the dreadful, wonderful things she made. So we welcome you with this cookbook to our home and the Marcos Kitchen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, Senator Imee Marcos. Some of the media have some questions would like to ask from you. one of the questions, you can raise your hand. Ay, si Mr. Jun Lalin, the showbiz columnist of Abante and also Filipino Star ngayon. May politics, economics, and showbiz. Galing pala sa Piñas yan, mama. 10 o'clock nandito na, excited. Oo, hating gabi, alauna, alas 2. Ay, microphone please. Pwede yung pakiabot microphone, isa. Ay, meron dyan, meron sa baba. Yan. Thank you.
Yan, okay. Siyempre, congratulations. Kasi parang ito made in Malacanang na super blockbuster. Oo, punong-puno ang Kamuning Bakery. Ngayon lang naging ganito kapuno to. So, congratulations lahat. Gusto makita si Senator Imee. Siyempre, si Chef Aspiras. Siyempre, ewan ko kung matatanong siya sa relasyon niya sa isang taga-showbiz before. Oo. Oo. Pero, siyempre, si Miss Joy Belmonte, si Mon, Congressman, syempre, Shalani Soledad, at ang lahat nandito, syempre, syempre, eto DTI. Sa showbiz kasi may sarili kaming DTI O, alam niyo po ba yon? Department of Chismes and Intriga, DTI. Okay?
Wow.
Pero eto, congratulations. Syempre kami sa showbiz, we're so excited, lalo na Presidente, syempre si Bongbong Marcos. Kasi si Miss Imee, kahit noong pampanon ng dad niya, bata pa ako, I still remember Kaluskus Musmos, di ba? Ang daming projects, not only yung, di ba, yung sa ano rin, yung Imala, di ba? Kanila yun, di ba?
This year is the 40th anniversary of Imala.
Oo nga po, oo. Siyempre, eto, excited kami with the PinakBest, Senator Imee. Oo, pero bukod pa sa, ano po, sa PinakBest, sa pag-chef nyo po ngayon, ano pa bang mga ibang plano nyo? Kasi marami nagtatanong sa showbiz, syempre taga-showbiz po kasi ako. So everybody's talaga, they're really expecting, lalo na eto na sa Quezon City tayo, syempre entertainment capital of the Philippines, di ba? Mayor Joy. Opo.
Yeah.
In addition, sabi ni Ricky Lee 3 days ago dito, kayo lang daw ang nag-produce ng movie niya. 6 years niya nilalako to all producers daw ang Himala script niya. Nobody wanted it daw. Kasi sa huli daw, yung bida daw, mamamatay daw, and all these things daw, religious daw ang movie. Kayo lang daw nag-produce ng movie niya. Kasi it won a contest under UECP daw, ma'am.
Layo na ng pinuntahan natin. Okay. Hindi, gusto ko lang balikan yung Made in Malacanang. Made in Malacanang kasi tambay ako sa kusina kasama lahat ng kasambahay. At siguro yan ang pinanggalingan ng cookbook. Nagsushooting kami ng ikalawang bahagi. Trilogy daw, sabi ni Direk Daryl Yap, yung pelikula. Pero, ayun, nag-aaway pa kami sa script.
Oo nga. Pero ayan, pero wala po ba balak na ano, like ang Kaluskus Musmos po kasi nung talaga nung bata ako, talagang diyan nagsimula sila Marisol Soriano, ang daming Herbert, di ba? O ang daming mga nagsimula po diyan. Wala po ba kayong balak na magkaroon po ng mga ganyan ngayon?
Ang bagong pasa is a new bill called the Creative Industries Bill. I'm the principal author, although the big propagandist, of course, is Tof de Venecia. This encompasses the entire gamut of creative effort at kasama dyan yung culinary. Kasama talaga yung gastronomy kasi bahagi ng turismo, shop and eat, di ba? Talagang gusto ng lahat na kumain at matikman. Sabi nga ng nanay ko, ang gateway sa anumang kultura ay yung pagkain. Maintindihan mo yung tao at yung ibang bansa kapag kinain mo yung pagkain nila. So the creative industries encompass advertising, fashion, everything else that we understand to be part of art and culture, but this includes the crafts, this includes the trades, and not only art for art's sake, kasi yan ang cultural center, ano? kundi yung hanap buhay ng mga artista, ng mga designer, ng advertiser, ng couturier, ng mga chef, hotel and restaurant, ng turismo, ng museo, lahat yan bahagi ng creative industries. So sa wakas, naipasa itong bill ko nung Hulyo at inaasahan ko na bubuhayin natin. Of course, this really isn't the best time. Gipit na gipit ang budget natin ngayon dahil sa kalusugan, dahil sa ekonomiyan dapang-dapa. Subalit, ang palagay ko, kinakailangan kilalanin pa rin ang arts and culture. Ang sabi nga ni Winston Churchill, nung kasagsagan ng Second World War, wag daw bibigyan ng budget ang mga museo at yung mga stately homes of England. And I'm sure Mayor Joy knows all about this. Eh sabi niya, there's no money, Prime Minister. There's simply no funds because we are at war. And the response of the Prime Minister, Churchill, at that point was, well, if we do not fight for them, then what are we fighting for? And indeed, that is the question. As we fight COVID, as we fight for our economy to come back to life, what are we fighting for if not our own identity, our own culture as Filipinos, our own soul and spirit as a nation?
Yeah. What about, Senator, what about cooking show po with Miss Reggie Aspiras? O yan. O, parang,
Good idea.
Oo, tapos siguro maganda yung, di ba ngayon kasi uso yung
I think we're compelled to do some kind of YouTube videos, but I'll leave that to Reggie kasi alam mo naman, hindi naman ako professional, hindi ko alam ginagawa ko.
Oo. Ang galing din kasi ni Chef Reggie. I still remember, meron kayong pwesto sa Glorieta. Gustong-gusto ko yung flourless na chocolate cake nyo. Ang bongga, di ba? Pero there's one na nagbinibenta in
Yes, they used to sell it
Glorieta.
also in Glorieta,
Yeah, oo. So doon ako bumibili that time eh. Oo. Yan. So good luck, and syempre we like to really try PinakBest, yung mga recipe dito kasi I'm also an Ilocano. So
Ay,
I'm
wow.
excited. Yan. Okay.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. John Lalin. There's a question here from SMNI, Mr. Aaron Rojas. Nasaan si Mr. Aaron Rojas? Ayan. Microphone, pakiabot kay Mr. Aaron Rojas. SMNI, one of the earliest also. Ang aga kanina.
Senator, magandang hapon po. Sen, gaano po ba kayo ka hands-on sa paggawa ng libro?
Ako ang sasagot.
Aha.
Over
Okay.
sa hands-on. OA sa hands-on. Umaga, tanghali, gabi. I don't know where she gets her energy, but this is how I really got to know her writing this book. There is nothing, I believe, if she can actually take time to write the book like she did, and I will really be, I am a witness to it. I am actually in awe of how she can stick her fingers, and not just her fingers, her whole hand, into everything.
Wow.
It was really penned by her, laid out by her, mostly by her. That's the way she works, at least for the book. And if she can, like I always say, if she can work on something like this, the way she did, can you imagine what else? Or how else she works? So,
Sa madaling sabi, nakakaasar eh. Ang kulit ko eh. Hanggang ngayon gusto ko pa i-edit yung cover. May mga mali pa sa caption na.
sinasabihan na kami sinasabihan na kami ng mga tao, stop.
Stop na, stop na. Talagang makuriri na, ang kulit. Pero masayang katrabaho si Reggie. She's very, very familiar with Ilocano cooking. And like I said in some interview or other, I have ceased to apologize for the simplicity and purity of Filipino food. Napakasimple, napakapayak, at laging sinasabi sa ibang bansa na wala namang katuturan yan, ano naman yan, halos hindi linuluto, parang paggisa-gisa lang, halo-halo lang, itcha-chop lang. Pero hindi ba yan ang makabagong malusog na pagkakain? Di ba ganun na ngayon ang tinuturo sa atin na halos walang luto, sariwa, pinakamagandang ingredients, yun ang dapat para malusog. So, ayoko nang sabihin na simple lang yung pagkain natin, na parang parati kang nagpapaumanhin sa ibang mga grand cuisine, ika nga. Dahil yung sa ating, katutubong atin, naiiba at may maibibigay, may maidudulot sa pagluluto ng buong mundo.
Okay, last po. Among the recipes found in the book, ano po yung maire-recommend ninyo or top 5 po na maire-recommend ninyo for the Christmas or
Magaling.
Noche Buena?
Pilipulit nyo.
Kung gusto ninyo ma-bankrupt, gawin ninyo yung chicken relleno ng nanay ko.
Wow.
Sobrang imeldific nun. Lahat ng ingredients
Chicken
nandyan
relleno.
na. At parang isasanla mo yung sasakyan mo sa presyo ngayon.
Wow.
Pero never mind, Pasko naman.
Marami pa. There's a lot of recipes actually in the book.
Maraming pampasko. Sabi niya pampasko
Pasko, marami. Maraming pang Pasko at marami rin pang dieta kung gusto nyo. This is two ways. If you want to celebrate, you follow the recipes of the First Lady. If you want to be healthy, follow the recipes of the President.
Oo, may pagka-bipolar yung libro kasi may pagka-bipolar yung bahay namin. Yung tatay ko, talagang halos vegetarian. So, yung kinakain niya, araw-araw na linikha ng Diyos, ay dinengdeng. Yun na lang yun ang kinain namin. Hanggang sa panahon na yung mga anak ko, itatanong, anong ulam ngayon? Sasabihin na ng buridek, ng bunso ko, si Gov Matthew, ano pa? Deng, deng, deng. Ayun. Parang araw-araw, yun na lang yung ulam. Ngayon, yung nanay ko, iba naman. Yung nanay ko talaga mabongga yun May dahilan kung bakit siya tinawag na imeldific. At yung Bisay, ninoloko namin siya, Bisay, kasi Bisayang Tisay. So may lahing katsila, may mga walang kamatayan chorizo, at kung ano-anong hamon. Yun na nga, yun ang nakaka-bankrupt. Pero yung tatay ko, tulad ng bawat Ilocano, lahat ng tinatanim, everything you cultivate is for sale at the marketplace. Ang kinakain namin sa bahay, pinipitas-pitas lang sa gubat at sa tabi-tabi.
We'd like to acknowledge pala may special guest tayo dito, si Professor Alex Magno, columnist of Philippine Star. Senator, namimili yan ng pupuntahan. Kahit na ibang senator, hindi niya
Alex,
pinupuntahan.
long time no see.
Ibang senator, hindi niya pinupuntahan, ma'am. Namimili siya ng pupuntahan. Si Professor.
Seatmate ko yan sa UP.
Kaya pala,
wala
sabi
siyang
niya.
choice. Wala siyang choice.
Classmate niya pala, sabi niya. Kaya pala.
Long time no see.
Si Professor Alex Magno. May tanong si Mr. Rod Cornejo, formerly with GMA7.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. Good afternoon. I'm glad the good secretary is here. May I ask, how much would it cost to make one of the menu, one of your recipes? How much would it cost a family of, let's say, 4
The
or 6?
ensalada's almost free.
Thank you.
Well, if you cook the President's recipes, very, very, very little. For most part, our dinengdeng is basically what you forage. It's a very seasonal type of dish because you actually cook what's in season. What goes into your dinengdeng is what is currently in bud or whatever fruit is, or no, not fruit, but whatever vegetable is available. You know, we have rabong, we have uong, we have all of these things. So it changes by the season. So it can cost very little. Again, we go back to, it depends on which part of the book you go to. But there's something for everybody, sir. Price range, maybe the dinengdeng will probably go for about a little less than 100 pesos for sure, depending on what you put into your dinengdeng.
Lalang sibuyas.
Wala lang sibuyas.
Senator, naalala ko noon, years ago, na-meet ko mother niya, kwento niya, first time daw siya nag-Noche Buena sa Ilocos Norte daw, as a newly married bride daw. Naiyak daw siya kasi ang sinner daw sa Ilocos household ninyo, arroz caldo. Kwento niya pa sa inyo. Kapalipot daw mga Ilocano, sabi niya. First, niya, parang in the morning or something, napaiyak daw siya. Sabi niya.
Paano? Ang kinakain at siniserve sa amin na Ilocano food, yung sa tatay ko. Yung sa tatay ko, that's soldier's grub.
Yes, I heard.
That doesn't represent the entire gamut of Ilocano cuisine. Hindi naman yata tama, kaya awang-awa sa sarili niya, yung nanay ko pagdating doon. Ngunit, yung nanay, halimbawa, ni Reggie, kung magluto yan, all animals, all species have to lay down their lives for our buffet. Ganon yung nanay niya Ibang klase si Tita Amparing. Pero kung yung tatay ko, pagkain sundalo yun, wala kang mapapala.
No, but then again, sir, back to your question, it also depends. Like in La Union, sa amin kasi pag nagdidinengdeng, pinipitas lang talaga sa likod ng garden, yung sa likod, sa backyard lang talaga. So, it's very minimal. You can actually eat well and healthy following some of our, not all of it, of course, we'll be lying if you say all of it, but a good portion of our vegetable recipes.
Oo, I think saluyot, malunggay, any self-respecting Ilocano will have a malunggay plant somewhere. So that's very easily stuck into your dinengdeng. Yung uong grows wild. That's a wild mushroom that occurs during the rainy season with the first rain. So that's what you have when it's rainy season sa dinengdeng and the other stuff. And then when it's summer naman, andyan na yung labong, yung mga bamboo shoot at yung iba't iba pa para sa summer. So we follow the season, you know. And foraging, which apparently has become so fashionable and the key word in global cuisine because of Noma and all the other hotshot chefs, is an old thing in Ilocos and throughout Ilocandia, because we definitely look for our food in the wild. We actually deleted several chapters in the book. One of them was a fear factor chapter.
Sayang.
And I think all the Chinese, all our Chinoy friends who are here can relate to this. Fear factor, because we eat all sorts of things that perhaps are not eaten in more
I know what you're referring
elevated
to.
society. So, marami kaming kinakain na nakakaloka. Yung tukak, yung
Insects.
frogs. We definitely eat frogs. We have all sorts of insects led by the now fashionable ants and ant eggs. Bubuos is a big thing and a specialty.
Wow.
It's a souring agent for all our grills in Ilocos. We have lots of, ano pa ba? Maraming igad, all kinds of eels and serpents, marine and riverine. Pero tinanggal na namin fear factor kasi baka maloka na yung mga magluluto.
Sinabi niya talaga, it was already actually part of the book. Then she goes, tanggalin natin to, magagalit sila, saan sila kukuha ng langgam? Tanggalin na natin to. So we have to take it out.
Ang naiwan na lang dun sa fear factor, yung balut. Siyempre, fear factor talaga yung balut. Kung maalala niyo yung TV show. Yung nanay ko, ang hilig-hilig sa balut, pumipila yon sa anuman simbahan, nakatambay yan pag alas 5, aantayin yung balut na lumabas. Ang hilig-hilig talaga niya ng balut. Ngayon, nung kinikwento niya sa mga, siyempre, yung mga state guests sa Malacanang, what? You're eating the unborn little duckling? That's barbaric! You can't possibly do that. Mahaba na, no? Di siyempre, yung mga puti na naloloka sa sinasabi niya. Yung nanay ko, upset na upset. Galit na galit. Apakahina ng mga yan. Ano pinagsasabi? Hindi lang nila natitikman. Pues, isang araw, tinadtad niya yung lahat ng balot niya at naghigante. Pinasok niya sa isang puff pastry at tinakpan na napakaganda. Hindi mo akalain na balot. Sinerve niya sa state dinner. Tapos, sabi niya, oh, did you like that? Ganon. Sabi niya, yes, may I have another one. Nung nakakadalawa na, yung mga bisita, ang sabi ng nanay ko, oh, that's the balut. I chopped up those little ducklings. Naloka sila, pero wala. Bundat na sila sa balut. Ayun.
Wow. Very interesting. Ang daming mga kwento. Senator, somebody texted a question here. Would you in the future be doing a movie about your family's foods? Food and movie together, nakakatawa daw. Somebody said. Since you're a very good movie maker daw, baka in the future, it might be a possible topic.
Palagay ko, sabi ni Reggie, kailangan daw i-vlog yung mga luto-luto. Kasi yung iba, napakasimple naman, nasa hiwa. Yung iba, nasa.
Parang ang PinakBest actually to cook it is a ritual. There's a ritual involved. Walang kutsilyo, inaalog, nililayer. So I think that would be really nice. I don't think a lot of people know that the authentic and the original way of doing it is.
Oo, tama. Just like James Bond's martini, the real PinakBest is shaken, not stirred.
Wow. Baka may tanong dito si Mr. Professor Nestor Cuartero.
Kasi hindi ginigisa yun eh. Sabi nga ni Chef Reggie, hindi ginigisa yun. Ile-layer mo ng maayos, Tapos inaalog lang, tapos inihiwa. Pinupunit yun ha, hindi tinatadtad. Hindi ginagamitan ng kutsilyo ang totoo, ang dating pinakbet. Kailangan pupunitin mo lang yung mga overripe na kamatis, kasi yung mga lola naniniwala na may, metallic reaction daw. Tapos pipigain. Ganon. Ewan ko.
Dapat galing sa puno yung hinog na
Yung overripe,
kamatis,
oo.
tapos ginaganon sa
Oo,
kamay.
ganyan yun. Tapos pupunitin mo, tapos takpan mo, aalugin, sabay dasal. Yun na yun.
And di ba your lola used to make sofrito in a jar? Yun,
Oo
so
nga. Bago magkaroon ng freezer at kung ano-ano pang preservative and canning and so on, sa Ilocos, sa sobrang katipiran namin, ang ginagawa, pag malaki ang ani ng kamatis sa limbawa, they dry it. So, sun-dried tomato pala yun, or else gigisahin na very, very dry hanggang ilalagay sa paso-paso. Later on, they learn to freeze it. Yung pala, ginagawa pala ng Italian yun, at saka may pangalan na sofrito. Hindi ko naman alam, akala ko naman, tulad ng sabi ng nanay ko, ang kukuripot kasi nila, tago ng kung ano.
Very interesting, ha? Ma'am, what about may nagtanong dito, Leyte, do you have Leyte foods there? Meron pa isang Leyte dish? Kasi
Yes,
your mother,
there's quite a bit of Leyte food. Actually, there are at least two. Siyempre, may gata kasi lugar ng lubi. At nandito si Mayora talaga. Lubinyog. Kaya may gata. So, yung tinola na may gata.
Mayor
at
from
saka
Leyte.
yung mga kinilaw na isda na may gata din. So, lahat may gata dun eh. Masarap naman. Pero, I think, di ko maalala. May humba, ano? Oo, may humba yata. Naglagay ba ako ng
may
humba?
meron.
wow.
Oo,
There is.
kasi Bisaya din yon. Oo. That's the first dish I actually learned to cook from my aunt.
humba, pork,
Yeah.
pork.
Yeah,
Wow.
pork. It's exactly like the Chinese pork.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Even the name, ma'am, Hongba, ibig sabihin,
Yeah.
red pork.
It's actually kongbak.
Oh,
yeah,
kongbak,
it's
okay.
actually kongbak. Yeah. And then I put it back into the manto in the book. I put it back in the manto because once again it doesn't look very
Wow.
hot cuisine.
Ma'am, may nagtanong, how come di kayo tumataba sa love of food ninyo? Bakit kayo di tumataba? Anong sikreto daw? Ba't hindi kayo...
Ewan ko nga eh, malakas naman kumain. She really eats.
Ang
She
lakas
can really eat.
kumain.
And she enjoys her food, ah. And this is one thing I tell everybody. When she eats, like when I cook for her, she'll dissect my food. Impressed naman ako kasi dinadissect na yung food ko, di ba? Yung pala dinadissect niya kasi mahal daw kumain sa labas, gagayahin na lang niya yung pagkain ko. So, that's what she does. She dissects everything. She tries to memorize the taste, the flavors, and when she really enjoys her food. And she really eats. That's why it's not fair. Secret, medyo matakaw. So, galing niya kumain.
What is your secret, Senator? How could people
I think
be
we have to
fit?
ask Mayor Joy also.
Yes, ikaw din, Mayor.
I think we're just neurotic and hyper, Mayor.
You're-
Because malakas naman kami kumain. Pero yun nga, sabi nga ni Reggie, natutunan ko sa nanay ko, no fear. Ang nanay ko talaga, talagang matapang pati sa lutuan eh. Dahil wala siyang hindi kinakaya. Wala pang Google noon ha. Ngayon, madali na manggaya sa mga restaurant. Pero noon, pag kumain kami ng something na masarap, pipilitin niyang gayahin pagdating sa bahay. Talaga, paulit-ulit niya hanggang umaga, hanggang mahuli niya yung lasa. Nakakatuwa yun eh. Kaya ngayon, ganun na rin ako. Talagang dinadissect ko, baka sakali madali natin. But it's so interesting because the ingredients have become more and more diverse, more and more exotic.
So your father's favorite dinengdeng, your mother's favorite lelyanong manok.
I think my mom, like any good Bisaya, another Bisaya food pala na nariyan, inununan. Yeah.
Ano yun, Mayor?
That's paksiw. It's the paksiw of the Visayans. It's a little more watery than the paksiw that we know. And it has only 4 ingredients. Depends. If you want to put more gulay like I do, then there's more. But basically, the secret sauce is only coconut vinegar. That's really what it is. You get the best quality cocoa vinegar. And the other secret is in the layering. Ayan, PinakBest
Ito yan,
part
ma'am, sa
2.
libro.
Kailangan nila-layer din yun. Wala ring gisa-gisa.
Ay, pinabalot daw sa saging, sabi ni Mayor.
High class na yon.
Wow. Ay, may nagtanong naman, ma'am, your younger brother, anong favorite food niya? Si President Bongbong noon or ngayon? Noon, nung bata siya, anong favorite food
I
niya?
think si Chef Reggie will attest to this. Sa palagay ko, sa aming buong pamilya, pinakamagaling magluto si Bongbong eh.
Wow.
Si Presidente kasi talagang very dedicated cook yan. Unang-una, hindi yan mag-umpisa pag yung mise en place niya, hindi kompleto. Hindi mag-umpisa yan. Hindi siya gangster katulad ko. Miski sa gitna ng bukid, go! Ano laman ng rep? Bahala na. Eh, paano tatlo yung anak kong lalaki eh? Kailangan produce ng pagkain. Pero yung kapatid ko, maayos yan. Kukumpletuhin niya yan. Tapos isa-isa. Tapos igigisan niya lahat ng dry spices, one by one. Diba? Hindi yan isasabay.
Hindi siya pwede. Even when he does his pasta, he fries his peppers.
Si President
And then
Bongbong
he
Marcos?
waits.
Wow.
He waits. And then he does his onions. He waits. And you
Wow.
cannot rush him, So even his pasta sauce is a work of art in the sense that every single thing that went into it was allowed to develop.
Wow.
Very patient.
So we did not know the Marcos family pala foodies.
Yeah. At saka yun,
Foodies pala kayo.
serious cook.
Wow.
Serious naman.
Grabe.
Serious pero para akong gangster
Mas
kusinera.
serious siya.
Paano yung mga anak ko parating nang mamadali, parating gutom yung mga lalaki?
At saka even him, di ba, his pork, he slow cooks, hours and
Ang
hours.
tsaga niya mag-long cooking.
Oo, si
Presidente.
Ako short order.
Ang slow food talaga. Even his pasta takes forever kasi talagang he
Wow.
develops. Which is the right thing to do.
Wow. We never knew that, Si
I
Irene,
think
no?
Irene, I wasn't able to steal any recipe. I need to get her certified top quality kalyos. But
wow.
Bongbong has 2 recipes here. I don't know
Wow.
if I told him, but andyan yung pasta
Wala.
fagioli at saka yung gumbo.
Nandito
For some
dalawa.
weird reason, the gumbo's andouillette sausage is available in Paway, Ilocos Norte. Do not ask. I don't know.
Wow.
Ang labo. So, parati kami nagagambo. Pero ako, isi-shortcut ko yung filet powder. Si Bongbong isa-isa igagisa yan. Pag gagawa ng Moroccan food, harisa, one by one. Ako, hello, wag na.
Galing, you are a very interesting family. Hindi lang pala magaling sa politics and other fields, magaling pala sa food. Nobody knew that ever since. Kasi, wow.
But I think something very interesting about this book that I think cannot be found just with, or can't be compared, is that it's actually a cookbook / scrapbook. It has a lot of very
anecdotes.
personal pictures inside. As she says, she doesn't know if someone's going to get mad at her, authorized or not. There are a lot of pictures there. There's even a very nice picture of the
Ay,
former
oo.
president.
Of your mother cooking. Naka-duster nanay nyo.
And then meron pa dyan nakapatilya si presidente.
Wow.
Tell them the patilya story.
Okay, yeah. Pagbusok na kasi, tulad ng lahat ng Pilipinong pamilya, parang you start playing games, you start playing jokes, you're all happy, right? Yung happiness ng kapatid kong bunso, si Irene, i-make up ng i-make up at paglaruan yung mukha ng tatay ko. So may mga picture
Wow.
dyan na linagyan niya ng patilya, bigote, ewan ko, kung ano-ano. Medyo unauthorized pero nakakatawa. Wala lang, it's the effect food
Ang
has
galing.
in making all of us very happy.
You even have desserts here. Ang galing, kompleto. This is complete.
My father had a not-so-secret sweet tooth. Yung
Talaga?
tatay ko hindi makakain kung walang tuldok na matamis.
Wow.
Kahit saging lang yon at saka honey or tagapulot. Ang favorite niya, ano ba yun? Molasses, molasses, blackstrap
Wow.
molasses. Lalagyan niya yun basta kahit paano may matamis. Kasi sabi niya, hindi naman ako umiinom eh. Kailangan may matamis sa buhay ko. Katawa yun.
Ang galing, Matutuwa lahat ng bakers in the country, May mga cakes kayo. Wow. Ang ganda. Wow. That's very, maybe we have time for 1 or 2 more questions. Yes. Please introduce yours. Oy, microphone. Yes. May microphone dyan sa likod. Madam. There's, Ms. Denise Cornejo has a question.
Good afternoon, Senator, and hi, Mayor Joy Belmonte. First of all, congratulations.
I just saw this now. I'm sorry to interrupt. No, tama si Mayor Joy. Kasi dun sa dessert, nabanggit kasi yung dessert. Meron kaming diabetic chocolate mousse. Kasi yung nanay ko, ang hilig-hilig sa dessert, pero bawal na. So, may cocoa sugar version, which is arguably, according to me, better than the original French kasi may caramelly aftertaste ang cocoa sugar na masarap. Yes, sorry, carry on.
It's okay. Again, good afternoon, good Senator, and good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Mayor Joy Belmonte. Congratulations on your book. Congratulations. So, you emphasize about the Green Revolution. We actually started the movement of Green Revolution 2.0 before your 17th administration. This is my question. We also agree to start the planting organic in our backyards. My question is home economics still relevant in the 21st century? As a Filipino, and do you agree in the suggestion that your book could be the door to Department of Education because the home economics in the school is not taught or the subject is not school in the school anymore? Thank you.
Thank you. Uy, si Congressman.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself.
Educator. Sana yung educator na totoo? Congressman Roman, ikaw sumagot. Wala akong inisip, puro kalokohan lang na nasa utak ko.
Sorry, ma'am, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm a contributor, writer, in opinion. I'm also a professional chef, an environmentalist, and a social civic leader.
Wow.
So thank you.
Miss Denise Cornejo.
I think I have to recruit you.
Denise Cornejo. So yun. Uy, kilala ka, Mayor. Si Congressman Romulo is...
Congressman Romulo, we have to...
Yes, he's the chairman of the
home
base.
economics still relevant?
Yes, Madam Senator, I'm sure it's relevant. Sa basic ed naman po, we are starting to revise the curriculum. Pagdating ng K-12 track, sa senior track, the TechVoc track will also be reviewed. So, maari po talagang maging relevant, lalo na sa college. Pero in TechVoc track, I think it will be something that we can look forward to.
Yes, thank you very much, Congressman Roman. Bigla akong naging relevant. Nagulat naman ako sa sarili ko. Naging sikat. Pero, totoo naman, halimbawa, nung nag-embark kami sa Ilocos ng tourism program, we were very short of professional cooks. And the reason was, we had exported all of them to cruise ships. So, kulang talaga. Kulang talaga ang kusinero, ika nga. Pero naging social ngayon naging celebrity chef, kaya type na ng mga bagets. Dati walang may gusto, syempre trabaho sa kusina, ang init, nakatayo. Pero biglang nagkaroon ng glamour dahil kay Chef Reggie.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Denise Cornejo. Thank you, Congressman Romulo. We have question next from Ambassador Francis Chua. He is the Honorary President of the Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Inc. Also, Honorary President of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, PCCI. Ambassador Francis Chua. Also, Chairman of Bank of Commerce. On lang microphone, paki-assist on lang yan. Ambassador Francis Chua.
Good afternoon po, ma'am. Let me thank you first, Werzon. Of course, our beautiful Senator, my good friend, Secretary Pascual, kasama ko po, ma'am, siya sa UP. Our chef, ma'am, Belmonte, I'm a good friend of father. Si Michael, he's one of the candidate for the incoming president of Federation.
Oo. Sa March, wow.
Ma'am, I just have a question for you. Would you please tell everybody here, what is the secret? Bakit ever since the time I met you, long time ago, up to now, you are always young and beautiful?
Oo nga, ba't di ka nagbabago? Ano sikreto? Very good question. Decades ago na yan, ha?
Eating PinakBest. Ayan. So, basically, eating lots of vegetables and raw food on a general basis, but cheating big time when there's a reason to celebrate. And after COVID, any reason is good enough to celebrate.
Very good question, Ambassador Francis Chua. And inspiring answer from Senator Imee Marcos. Baka genes also has a factor. Baka genes ninyo din. Kasi yung nanay nyo, di ba? Parang energetic. Totoo ba hindi natutulog masyado?
Natutulog yun eh. Pero ako kailangan ko matulog. Hindi ko kaya. Yeah, my mom is stably hypermanic at 93 years old. She sleeps happily with she manages happily with only 4 hours.
4 hours a day. Wow. Like Margaret Thatcher daw. And Obama. And Clinton yata. There's a question kanina ni Aaron Ramos. May question sa SMNI about a serious topic. Sorry. One or two last question na lang. Sorry. Maybe we time for one or two last questions for the book signing na kasi. Kanina may tanong si Mr. Aaron Ramos daw kung mayroon daw kayong comment on the death of the controversial Ilocano in Holland.
Yes, we welcome
Dr. Jaime Laya.
Dr. Jaime Laya.
Yes, let us welcome him. Dr. Jaime Laya, Chairman of the Cultural Center of the Philippines.
Hello.
And top banker, famous banker. Come here, sir. Come here.
Thank you so much. We welcome Manong Jimmy Laya. I was actually waiting for Jimmy dahil I think Jimmy Laya can attest to what would happen in our household very frequently.
We are very privileged to have with us Dr. Jaime Laya, one of the most brilliant intellectuals. Alam niyo ma'am, kunento niya a few weeks ago lang paano yung tatay ninyo recruit siya. Immediately. Ay, ang galing. Ipagkwento natin ulit mamaya. Pinakilala ni Sikat, tapos nag-meet sila sa Malacanang, hindi na pinakawala. Sabi, you have to have an taking na.
May libro kung paano kayo recruit.
Ang galing.
Pati si Jerry Sikat,
yes.
Diba? Kung paano siya recruit.
Bobby Ongpin told me, also, he does not know your father. Nasa England, pinapunta daw. Let us invite Dr. Jaime Laya to say a few words about our book author. Short introduction. Everybody knows Dr. Jaime Laya. Ever since we were in grade school, we were memorizing your name. He was nasa Central Bank Governor, naging Education Secretary, and many others. A top banker, intellectual, mga suma, nakita ko yung mga biodata niya, ang gagaling ng intellectual credentials niya. So this is the book of Marcos family recipes and our senator. Yes. Can we invite Dr. Jaime Laya to say a few words about the book and about the senator na lang and about the father and mother of the senator?
I mentioned earlier kasi
Yes.
na medyo naiiba yung pagkain ng tatay ko sa nanay ko. And I wanted a witness to that. And perfect si Jimmy Laya kasi si Minister Laya noon, lahat kami gusto magsiksikan sa nanay ko. Walang gustong sumabay sa entourage ng papa ko kasi wala kang kakainin, magdudusa ka. Tapos hanggang gabi, 2:00 ng umaga, naghahanap ng libro, gusto pa magsulat. Yung nanay ko, happy, may tugtog, tapos may pang-shopping, higit sa lahat, non-stop yung lechon at yung hamon. Kaya medyo ganun yung pilian ng entourage, saan ka sasama.
Senator, what are your recollections of the senator when you were in the cabinet? Did you see her going to the kitchen? What are your impressions of our senator? Baka you have. By the way, Senator, the one seated beside you also has authored several books. Yes, si Chef Reggie. Yes. Anything you'd like to say about
Reggie Aspiras,
the youngest child of former Secretary Jose Aspiras?
Actually, I'm also half Ilocano eh.
Wow, dami Ilocano.
Half Tagalog. And palagi ako nagda-diet eh. But then, parang I guess chicharon is in my DNA. Buti na lang wala pa akong problema sa cholesterol. So ay nagkataon naman pala yung specialty pala ng Narvacan, which is my father's hometown, is chicharon. Kaya meron akong chicharon sa DNA. That's why
Narvacan is in Ilocos Norte ba? Ilocos Sur?
Ilocos Sur.
Ilocos Sur.
So actually, itong cookbook ni Senator is parang, I guess it's true to form, di ba? Kasi she's into everything in culture. Nakilala ko siya noon nung bata pa siya, and at that time, her interest was in, di ba, yung kabataang barangay. So nung pa organizer na siya ng youth. And then ang interest din niya film. So parang controversial pa yun kasi yung mga sexing film yung ginagawa ni Imee noon. So malaking controversy nung araw. And then afterwards, she was of course into politics and film again, and then now cookbook. So it's always a surprise to see what Senator Imee is doing, and I look forward to whatever comes next from her very active brain.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaime Laya, who is now the chairman of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Ilang araw na lang isasara na daw ang CCP kasi 3 taon nila papagandahin daw, retrofit, sabi ni Dr. Laya.
Thank you. I'm happy to see Henry made it. Henry's here with us. Maraming salamat. I just wanted to quickly comment dahil nakaka-intimidate yung presidente ng chairman ng CCP. Sa aming pamilya, ako yung outcast sa kultura. Paano? Yung nanay ko, yung kapatid ko, naniniwala sa culture with a capital C. So yung classical na 7 na talagang yun, yung cultural center. Ako, ang tawag sa akin ng tatay ko, purveyor of popular entertainment. Kasi ang gusto ko lang, comics, gusto ko ng TV, gusto ko ng film, ng sinehan, at syempre, ngayon, bahagi na rin ng kultura, gusto ko rin yung pagkain. So, yung mga culture with a very small C, yun ang type ko, sa totoo lang. Yeah. Pati kalokohan ng fashion, pati games, lahat yun. Yun ang gusto ko, yun ang hilig ko. Pati cartoons at comics.
Animated movie pa kayo before, di ba?
That's right. Gumawa kami ng mga animated shorts at matagal na ang tradisyon ng animasyon sa Pilipinas. Kaya kasali tayo dyan.
Now you are a YouTube star. Si naman, let us invite another special guest, Dr. Henry Liong, President of FFCCCII, to say a few words about this new book ni Senator Imee Marcos, PinakBest. Hindi niya, kinento ka na kanina sa kanya. Dumagat at tawag ng tawag, what is the book about, anong content, excited siya about the book.
Hindi pa nga nakikita.
Baka nagutom na siya.
Hello. First of all, I'd like to apologize,
Paki-on lang ang microphone. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sinabi ko na kay Wilson, dapat
Oh,
ang sound system nyo. Hello.
yeah.
Can everybody hear me? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Speak near the microphone.
Wilson, next time please change your sound system.
Yes, we'll improve.
No wonder the ambassador of China, when he wants to come here, he brought his own sound system. So anyway, first of all, I'd like to apologize now to everybody here for being late. Hindi lang late, ngunit very late talaga. Because I have 2 engagement ng lunch na ito, and then because of the super traffic talaga. So I told Wilson that I would make it, but it will be around 3 o'clock already. Again, my apology for my very good friend and my kumare, Imee Marcos. Imee? Hello, yeah. This one I think is better. To Imee Marcos, to of course my very good friend here, DTI Secretary Fred Pascual, to Mayor Joy Belmonte of Quezon City, and then of course to also my good friend Congressman Romulo, whose father is a very good friend of the Federation, Chairman Bert Romulo, right now of DBP, and of course to all my friends in the media. Again, thank you, and I apologize again for being late. But then we're happy that the Federation is sponsoring the launching of this cookbook by Senator Imee Marcos. I still remember, there was a big controversy, regarding, of course, by the way, Reggie Aspiras, I think my wife is your student, in one of your teaching class.
The wife of Congressman Romulo Cicciolani, also estudyante ni Chef Reggie Aspiras. Ay, dapat siya nandito. Ay, microphone, please.
I'm very fortunate because when Henry started his rice, I was one of the first to try it, and it remains excellent as it was. It still is. It's very,
thank you for endorsing me my rice, and thank you for patronizing our rice also. Thank you so much, Reggie. Of course, my wife is also a Ilocano, Ibanak, Cagayan, Apari, and again, I'd just like to mention that a couple of months ago there was a big controversy, because of the movie tickets made in Malacanang that the Federation also sponsored, and we gave this movie tickets to most of the Chinese school. Unfortunately, there was a controversy regarding this one, but I think the controversy was really a blessing in disguise, because after the controversy, the film in Malacanang naging mas popular, naging mas famous, and we are very happy. So again, we are launching this book, and I don't think this one will cause any controversy right now, because it's a cookbook, and everybody's like to eat, and everybody would like also to find out ano bang favorite dishes ng dating presidente si Marcos. And Imelda also, by the way, Imee, before the pandemic, I used to have dinner with your mom once a month at least, and I know he's very fond of lumpia, I do not know if the lumpia is also part of this cookbook also here. And I was with your mom again a few days ago, and I'm happy that he's still very well. And I'm like also to take this opportunity that the Federation is indeed very honored to launch this book signing of ano mang pangalan ba ito? Hindi lang PinakBest pa talaga, recipes from the Marcos Kitchen and more by Imee Marcos. Although I do not know how good cook is my comare Imee is, but with this recipe, I'm sure we will all become a very good cook in the future. Again, thank you, and again, my apology. Maraming salamat ho sa inyong lahat.
Tama. Thank you. Thank you very much again, Dr. Henry Lim Bon Leong, for your message of support. Before we end,
I just wanted to mention, we're just having a secret conversation here, which we should make public. If Chef Reggie gives me culinary credibility and Denise here is making me relevant, it turns out that the Cultural Center through Jaime Laya is now embarking on all sorts of popular entertainment right up my alley. So I might even be employed. Dr. Laya, please.
new ano na sa CCT. And by the way, congratulations ma'am. This month of December is the 40th anniversary of your classic movie that you produced, Himala. I heard also Oro Plata Mata. You were the producer of those.
No, sabi ni Doktor eh.
Yes.
Nag-iba na daw.
Dr. Laya.
Yeah, actually may na-pick up ako dito sa ano.
When you spoke here, yes.
The last time Wilson invited me, yung isang announcer interviewed me over the radio. Kasi sinabi ko noon, one of the things we want to do sa Cultural Center, yung balagtasan in rap.
Yes.
So naisip niya, nung habang ini-interview niya ako sa ano, magandang pangalan, Baraptasan. So gagawin namin yun.
Wow. Balaktasan. Rock with Balaktasan. 21st century. Wow. Thank you.
I just wanted to
Yes.
wrap up na.
Yes. We have before we wrap up, we have a special award given by Kabataang Barangay officials.
Mamaya.
Yan, ano? Sige.
Ano ba yan?
May award sila para sa inyo.
One more.
The alumni. Later.
One more exciting thing
yes.
about the book before
Yes,
we
ma'am.
wrap up.
Yes.
I think this is one thing the senator forgot to tell you.
Ay,
There's
wow.
a very interesting chapter in the book, and it's OFW cuisine. You want to talk about
Ay,
it?
wow.
Yeah, I forgot to mention. Now, I've spent so much time overseas, and in that time, there are many recipes here that are already concoctions derived from the Filipino or Ilocano diaspora. Ibig sabihin, maraming manunula tungkol sa pagkain na nagsasabi that the very best food in the world is actually border cuisine. I think may laban yung OFW cuisine natin. There's a lot of stuff evolving. Who knew that ube was an actually magical fruit? At tunay nga na marami silang ginagawa, yung mga pagkain na Pilipino, gagawin na iba yung ingredients. O di kaya, yung foreign, gagawin naman nilang Filipinized. So, I think something's evolving there and it will be a great cuisine soon enough. So, nandyan, halimbawa, sa amin, yung kinilaw, nag-evolve na siya sa Hawaii, yung poke ng Hawaii. The poke bowls of Hawaii, somewhere in between, Filipino-Hawaiian na siya. At marami pang dagdag. Tama si Chef Reggie. Nakalimutan ko. Una siguro itong official na pagkilala sa pagkain ng Pilipino overseas.
Part of the book, Senator, it's already here.
Yeah, there's some recipes that are there na talaga.
Wow. Congratulations again.
May politically correct hummus.
What do you call it? Politically correct hummus. Wow.
Hindi kasi rainbow hummus.
Yes. So, once again, exciting itong libro. People could buy here and let the senator sign. Before we end, we'd like to invite the senator for a closing statement about the book, your hopes for Christmas also. Senator, aside from the book, 8 days before Christmas.
Yes, maraming salamat for all of you taking time this very rainy and very trafficy Saturday afternoon to join us, pitch this book. Let's be proud of Filipino food. Let's celebrate all our regional cuisines and realize that it is Christmas. It's time to eat, be happy, and unite with your family. Merry Christmas po. Maraming salamat.
Merry Christmas. Last pala, Senator, dahil si tatay niyo matipid, Ilocano, kahit na masama ang inflation worldwide, we could still enjoy good Christmas with your recipes, di ba? Ilocano style, yes. Once again, thank you very much. Yes. Secretary.
Wilson, I forgot to mention the presence of our Honorary President of the Federation, Mr. Francis Chua.
Yes, we acknowledge kanya. We forgot to invite pala si DTI Secretary to say a few words about food. Kasi everybody looking at you and thinking about prices pala, Secretary. Anything about prices of food and about Senator Imee? And anything about the senator's book, I forgot, sorry. Kasi nasa dulo kayo ng geography.
Anyway,
Secretary Fred Pascual, sorry.
Wilson, also, Michael Tan is here, our Vice President, and Joey Go.
Yes, we not only acknowledge it is his birthday, kaya we greeted him. Happy birthday.
Okay.
He spared his valuable time. Hindi daw siya pwede mag-absent kay Senator Imee.
And also, I forgot also to mention Jaime Laya, who is our friend also.
Yes, Dr. Jaime Laya,
the
yes.
former Central Bank Governor. And
yes.
right now we have
yes, I will. Banggit ko na lang ha. Pang picture taking,
will be
yes.
saying a few words for this book launching.
DTI Secretary Fred Pascual, former UP President.
Well, I will take this opportunity. Dito na tayo nag-uusap sa kainan.
Yes.
Yung DTI, tinitignan yung possibility na may standardize yung mga Philippine cuisine.
Ay, yung adobo.
Yung adobo.
Masyadong controversial. Baka mahihirapan tayo. At anyway, kasama yan doon sa yung binanggit ni Senator Imee na creative industries to, yung culinary arts nga. Kasama yon anyway, it's a long discussion. Gusto ko lang i-inject yung idea that we might look into that. Medyo naumpisa na sa adobo. Ang dami palang klaseng adobo. May adobong puti, may adobong itim, merong tuyo, merong lumulutang sa sauce. Anyway,
walang toyo.
Ewan ko, ito siguro for Ilocano food, makakuha tayo dito ng standard Ilocano food.
Walang standard po. Malaking away yan.
Ay, Senator, ano sabi niyo? Yung standard about adobo?
Wala pong standard. Ang bawat lola, bawat nanay, bawat anak, bawat asawa may sariling secret sauce, secret recipe. Hayaan na natin sila maging creative.
I agree. Thank you.
Within the Philippines, may variety tayo. Yung pag promote natin yung Filipino dish outside, baka ng Thai food, Korean food, baka mamimili tayo
to popularize it.
I think with all due respect, ang maganda sigurong gawin ng DTI kasi nakita ko na ginagawa talaga noon nung dekada 60, ang tanda na natin, Diyos ko. Nung early days kasi madalas yung magulang ko pumupunta sa Thailand and we saw a very focused effort by the kingdom to develop Thai cuisine to sell to the world. In other words, yung kanilang mga malalaking stew na laman loob na nakikita mo sa chatuchak, hindi nila ibebenta yon kasi tulad ng balot ng nanay ko, diring-diri sila sa ganon. Pero yung mga salad na naka-plate ng sangkatutak na orchid, yon, kayang-kayang ibenta yon. Sa palagay ko, may mga pagkain tayo na angkop talaga sa abroad. Siguro, ang tulong ng DTI, magdala ng mga expert dito, na mga gourmand talaga, sabihin sa atin, alin ang patok sa mundo for the new healthy way of eating and this new appetite for exotic and new ingredients. Siguro makapasok tayo ng expert, papakonsulta tayo, alin dito ang talagang mabebenta sa mundo. Kasi tayo wala na tayong perspective eh. Love natin lahat ng pagkain natin. I saw them talaga in Thailand. That's not
Thank you very much.
They have so many
By the way, itong title na
I agree. Senator, maganda sinabi nyo. Napasa namin noon na yung pad thai na noodle, inimbento ng isang king yata. Parang ginawang project sa bansa na we need a national dish. Let's create one yun. Tama kayo.
That's right. Thai food is a very deliberate concoction for foreign trade.
In the same way, Korean movies was a government-directed project also. Hindi siya nangyari in a vacuum. The government financed it, supported it, and limited the foreign. Thank you very much for brilliant minds in this on this stage, exchanging brilliant ideas. Parang maraming ingredients sa food.
Wilson.
Yes, Dr. Lim.
By the way, I love the title of this book, PinakBest. One of my favorite food is PinakBest talaga. Lalo kung masarap ang bagoong natin diyan, I do not know kung may kasama dito, Reggie, maybe next time I'll ask you to do a cookbook for us to cook the Doña Maria rice with different kind of dishes. Ang Doña Maria rice, ang namin is at kanin pa lang ulam na. So anyway, thank you again. By the way,
Thank you very much.
si Kong Romulo is here, no? Maybe we can ask him to say a few words also. Tapos na, Kong. Okay. Again, okay, thank you, and Merry Christmas to everybody.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to everyone. Can we have a group picture before we have the start? We have some people na isa-sign ni Senator. May mga numero kaya I'll call you later on. Let's have a group picture muna. Can we invite Ambassador Francis Chua, Mr. Joey Go, the Vice President, and other Federation officers, and Congressman to come forward to have a picture. Can we have a group picture here? Pwedeng nakatayo. Ay, sana? Ibigay mo sa